That shit had a hot tub. I'm like,
Oh my gosh. That's kind of why I want to go.
Shit, I would have done.
I want to go to grandma's house because it's a hot tub back there. I know you can't bring a girl there, but it's a hot tub.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
there.
I can't, son. Come on. I'm out there trying.
It's a 12 person
I'm trying to
jacuzzi.
deflower somebody's daughter. You feel me? Like, keep funky with you. Granny ain't gonna understand that.
No,
You know what I
no,
mean?
not at her, not at
Exactly.
her illustrious age.
Not my baby. No, I ain't gonna. No, that ain't gonna happen. So
You are crazy.
anyway, I am, bro. I sometimes I wonder when I'm gonna change. I do think about it.
You better not.
No, I
Bro.
doubt if I do. That's what's sad.
Bro,
Like, I
don't
think I'm
change.
never gonna
Bro,
change.
don't change.
Like, some niggas like, I'm gonna grow. Like, I'm evolve. I'm like, nah. I think this is the finished product. I think we been hit the end of the whole route, but niggas still on the train. Like,
I mean, spiritually,
this is
really,
it.
your spirit has no age.
Oh yeah.
So
no.
you're really just, your body gets older, but your spirit remains the same. So you've been who you are your entire life.
You know, like you say,
Spoken like a true shea butter guy.
Come on, listen. He gonna come through, and this time he got the grill in today, so it's kind of, you know what I mean. The you know what I mean. The rhythm of the message is hitting a little different. So it's like, okay, it's almost like church, cathedral.
This is shea butter guy in the summer.
You feel me? It's almost like some ism shit. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt though. I do. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever like try to change who I am. Like I try to tell people it took this long for me to like this nigga. Like, y'all think I'm gonna try to get another nigga?
It already took.
How much time do you fucking think I have, nigga?
No,
like,
I feel
it took a while to be like this nigga. Like,
I feel that.
We had to find our way.
I feel like that's how you build confidence, is when you kind of curate yourself. You kind of, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and also I do feel like with creatives, I think most creatives don't ever fully grow up. Because it takes away from your brilliance just a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be a kid to be creative.
Yeah, you have to have an imagination. You have to see what's not there. You know what I mean? And then in your mind, imagine up or dream up, you know, the steps to making the image come to life. Like, you don't get there by just like structure and, you know, standards and steps. Like, no, because part of being creative is a little bit of just improvising, you know, and knowing the pivot, having a touch. And not just like a standard rule brick.
It's organized chaos.
Yeah.
That
it really is.
Beauty.
It really is. Like, I feel like a creative's mind is like a dirty ass room that's somehow organized.
Yeah. Where
like,
you know where everything is. It's
you
messy,
know where everything
but
is
you know
in the mess.
Yeah, you know where everything is.
You can find every bit of genius.
You know where everything is.
Where like, you know,
my room can't be like that.
That's that thought. Come here.
My room can't be like that.
Yeah. And that's the only way I feel like OCD. Yeah, but it's the I don't know, man. Like, you think of some of your most brilliant minds, the people you love the most in creativity. When you look at them as people, it's a shit show. But the one thing they can do is create brilliance. You know what I mean? Which is why we're here today. We want to welcome you guys to an episode of the Regular Thing Podcast. This is like a slight emergency, not kind of, we call it like a group chat emergency meeting.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, because
it's still art though.
It's still art.
It's still art though.
You know what I mean? And if you see the background's a little different, you know what I mean? Just like I said, we're growing in front of y'all. So, you know what I mean? Just enjoy the ride. You know, we are experimenting.
See you.
We're working and growing. So we want to shout out Nest Music Show for allowing us to use this space. You know what I mean? Shout out my brother Gozy, man. But yeah, so we are here on the emergency pod, you know what I mean, to talk about a beautiful, like, just masterpiece that dropped on us recently. Kendrick Lamar has a new album. I don't know if y'all are aware of that. You know, if you haven't been on Twitter or Instagram, the internet at all, you know, it's everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Mustard.
Let me ask you real quick.
Mustard.
Where were you? How did you find out that it dropped?
For me, I was at work. Shout out my brother Bang, my brother Corey. Like, Corey is my, like,
love you,
one of my go-to, like, music nerd people. Like, music nerds need music nerds. You need at least one nigga that you can just, like, text or call. It don't matter what, y'all both could be doing something very important, but when y'all see that subject matter, y'all just dive into it and just go everywhere and we'll look shit up and all that. So he texts me, okay, so I have an artist that I manage named D. Jones, shout out Dot.
Love you, Dot.
And so he texts me, yo, no, Dot didn't. Now, my manager brain go, what the fuck did Dot do? You know, I'm thinking about my problem child.
That needs to be on a bracelet.
My child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's my little brother, but he's like my kid. So it's like I'm thinking my child. Like, what the fuck did I do? Damn it. You know, you feel like a parent at work, like shit. I gotta get off of work,
Yeah.
bro.
That's me calling
know,
parents
'cause,
if they get in trouble. That's
like,
me.
if y'all know D-Dot, y'all is valid. Like, you know,
If
you
you
like,
know.
do I gotta leave work for this? Cause why is this nigga
If
texting
you
me
know.
about this nigga?
If you
I'm
know,
like,
you know.
at like 9 a.m. Like, you know what I mean? You feel like a fucking parent. What this nigga do? So I'm like, I leave text him like, nah, I went on Instagram, bro. What did he do? You know what I mean? And then he said, oh, you didn't see? He said, no. He said he just dropped an album. I'm thinking, my artist didn't drop no fucking album. You know, but then I happen to go on Instagram. When I went on Instagram, I happen to catch someone that say like, yo, Kendrick just dropped something. And then I go and I check. And I was like, this nigga dropped an album. So I was like, oh, K-Dot.
K-Dot. Not
D-Dot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, nigga, I had the letter before that. Like,
Yeah, I
you
gotta
gotta,
know.
like, I literally know two different dots.
I gotta
You know,
know.
as crazy as that sounds. So that's when I found out. That's when I was like, and immediately, the nigga in me was like, this nigga owe me money. Reason why, because I have a friend of mine, Sean, my brother Sean. Sean,
What's up, Sean?
Sean is that friend that, like, he's always the opposite, nigga. Like, if you like, yo, I think we're gonna turn right down this block. He like, nah, we should go left. Like, bro, the five of us think we should
The
go right.
adversary.
Like,
always.
We can go left.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Always.
He enjoys, but he is a very intelligent brother.
Yes.
So the arguments last longer because he's smart. So it just be like, sometimes you frustrated. You be like, Sean, not today, bro. Not today, bro. Like you just got to learn to not argue. You like, no, not doing this today. He's that person for me sometimes. And so we've been arguing about this. So since the whole Kendrick and Drake shit has been happening, you know, we get in our group chats and have our rap arguments. And so I told him like, yo, our album is dropping this year. Like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, you sound crazy. Album dropping this year.
There's an album
And
dropping
then
this year.
he's just like, no. So he tell me he's in a studio with some girl. He lives in LA. He works in tech. You know what I mean? And in the cannabis industry. So he lives out there. So he's like, no, I was in the studio with this girl. I'm like, oh, is she part of like TDE or PG Lang? I'm like, nah, just like, so this random unstable creature, we ain't gonna say the B word, just telling you, just having a conversation in the studio, and that's all I'm supposed to validate that he's not dropping the album.
Unstable creatures. If
You know what I
know,
mean?
you know.
If you know. So we had a bet. I'm like, let's make a bet. Fuck it. I don't want to argue. Let's bet. I'm that person. I don't bet a lot, but if I bet, I understand. I did my research. Whatever I bet you on, make sure you want to bet me. Because I don't bet. I might bet. Don't make that bet. So that bet was like
bet.
June, July. So here it is in November. When I see that drop, immediately, oh, this bitch owe me money. Like, so, like, that's my first thing. I went and texted him. I sent him the album, and I said, pay me my money.
How much was it?
You know, it was just like a quick little blue note. It was a gentleman's wager.
Nice.
It was a gentleman's wager. It was a blue note.
That's nice.
No.
Gentleman's wager. That's nice.
No, one quick little dollar.
Cough up the cash.
You know, but no, he was honorable. He paid right away. So I didn't give him shit.
Shout out to that man.
Shout out to
that man. I ain't give him no shit after that. I shook hands.
You.
Honorable man. Thank you. You know, so shout my brother York.
Go you.
But yeah, so that was my initial. That was in the first hour of this album for me. What about y'all?
Okay. I am very much, I've said this before, I will reiterate it. I am very much a Kendrick fan. I have been there, done that. There's no album that he's ever dropped that is old to me. I listen to all of it currently still because that's my guy. I am subscribed to his like channel thing on PG Lang.
Oh, nice.
On Instagram, the little broadcast or something. It creates a separate chat. Yeah. So I just so happened to be on Instagram scrolling. I like to find memes and like funny shit and send it to my friends. And me and Kodak usually have a meme more. He's much better at it than I am. But I'm just scrolling looking for funny shit. And I see somebody, repost a visual from the very, very beginning of the They Not Like Us video where he's in the hallway. And I see a caption under it with the song title.
Mm-hmm.
Reincarnated. And I'm like, why is it just this clip? Like, why isn't it not the whole Why isn't it the whole video? So I just went down a little rabbit hole, and lo and behold, in the comments, everybody's like, "No, a whole album is out. A whole album is out. Go down with the album. It's an album. It's an album." I went on my Apple Music. I downloaded it immediately, and I put it on my speaker immediately, and I just let it play. I just let it play in a circle. Just let it play. Let it play. And it was funny because my mom texted me because my mom is a Kendrick fan as well. She texted me like, "Why you didn't tell me it was a Kendrick album?" I said, "Mama, I didn't even know it was a Kendrick album, girl. Like, I'm pretty sure I found out at the same time you found out." My sister literally just called me prior to us filming and was like, she still shooketh. Okay. So this was a conglomerate learning, a conglomerate surprise for me. That's how I found out.
Yeah, so Friday's my late day going into work. Stopped up at the park, did my pull-ups. I was like, okay.
Hold on, time out. You go to a park and do calisthenics?
Yeah. So it's only fitting, right?
No,
So
you just slid that in there. I'm like, hold on, hold on, nigga. I know what that is. Hold on.
So
The shea butter God himself.
Listen, we say shape, this brother's all natural. Okay?
It's
we
not
playing. He don't
exaggerated.
even like the gym. The nigga just go do calisthenics.
It's not exaggerated.
Outside. Mind you, we're in the fall right now. So anyway.
We mean that.
I'm about to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I decided, I was like, you know what? Because I fast on Fridays. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fast from the fucking phone.
He just make you feel like you ain't doing shit with your life, huh?
So
I'm fasting. I do my outside calisthenics in the rain.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing crazy.
What am I doing wrong?
I'm going,
What else you do? You go pick your ripe fruits and vegetables through that day from the garden?
Hey, I do got trees in the backyard. Anyways.
Man, go on with your peaceful ass day.
I'm about to go put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My boy Galloway texts me. Now, me and him, he sends me the link. Me and him have been going back and forth having conversations about the whole Kendrick Drake. So he sends it to me. I click it. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I ain't gonna make it. I was like, it's a song, right?
Yeah.
So I start, and I'm like, okay. My girl call. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, you are interrupting Kendrick right now. Just want to call and tell you that I love you. I love you too.
Text me that.
I love you too.
Like, I love you too. I love you too.
Text me.
But I'm getting to this. And then as I'm talking to her, I'm like, oh, this a whole album. I was like, oh yeah, this fast is not happening today. I was like, it's on this. It was like, oh, it's on this.
I'm here for it.
Took that man all off his spiritual journey. That nigga just said, fuck all this spirituality. Nigga, where my 40 at? Like, yeah, we get to shit. So
this is C4 Kendrick.
I'm gonna read. I don't know what would you call it. It's like a bio, I guess, to the album that's on Apple Music.
Oh, I have one too.
Not a bio. If there were any remaining doubts as to hip hop's MVP, consider the decision stamped. Kendrick Lamar officially won 2024. There were whispers that Compton's Finest was working on an album in the wake of his feud with Drake, a once-in-a-generation beef that kept jaws dropped for months. Perhaps you've heard a little song called Not Like Us, an immediate entry in the canon of all-time great diss tracks. After a sold-out celebration at the Kia Forum, and an armful of Grammy nods and streaming records, and the headlining slots at next year's Super Bowl, Lamar ties up his biggest year yet with a bow with a sixth album, GNX, the most legitimately surprising surprise drop since Beyonce in 2013. Named for his beloved classic Buick, GNX finds Kendrick's wielding a hatchet he's by no means ready to bury, still channeling this summer's crank to 11 energy on whacked out morals. He's riding around listening to Anita Baker, plotting on several downfalls. It used to be fuck that nigga, but now it's plural. Fuck everybody. That's on my body. Yes, there's a nod to Super Bowl drama with Lil Wayne. If you've been holding your breath for Jack Antelope, you guys heard of him?
Atof?
Yeah,
I've heard the name. I don't.
No, it was like ANTONOFF.
like Antoff. Yeah, I've heard.
I never heard. You heard of him?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
want to say
familiar.
it's
I
on the
just don't know
button. I
why.
want to say I heard it on the button.
Well,
podcast,
yeah, I guess
but,
somebody
like, I
very
don't
big
know.
that they
It sounds
wouldn't have.
familiar. I don't know why,
Well,
though.
anyway, yeah. So they waiting for him to leak with mustard. Wait no more. The seemingly odd couple share production credits on multiple tracks. The explosive TV. Oh, okay. So Jack and is a producer, and they've been waiting for Jack and Mustard to work together. So okay, that's super dope. Excuse me for my public school education. Still, Kodak keeps you guessing. It's not quite 12 tracks so straight. Venom over world conquering West Coast beats. SZA helps cool things down on the Luther Vandross sampling of Luther, while Lamar snatches back a borrowed title on Heart Part 6 to remember the early days of TDE. Grinding with my brothers. It was us against them. No one above us. Bless our hearts. He cycled through past lives over a flip of Tupac's Made Niggas on Reincarnated, which we gotta talk about. That's gonna be
Oh God.
that's gonna be a big conversation. Before getting real with his father about war, peace, addiction, and ego, and on at the Garden, he outlines his qualifications for the position of GOAT. Here's another bullet point to add to that. On GNX, Lamar still surprises while giving the people exactly what they want.
I like that song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
So that shit it summed it up in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's a nice.
But like now let's go ahead and get to the shit.
Wait. I have a quandary. Not even a quandary, but I have a proposal to get us started, right? So there was a really, really interesting dialogue taking place online as to why he chose to feature the GNX specifically. And there was a Redditor who kind of broke it down. At least he broke down his own interpretation of it. But I think the interpretation is kind of fire. So I wanted to share it with you guys so we could start talking about this amazing album. Okay. So the comment reads, for those of you that don't know, the Buick GNX was a car that when it was first made was overshadowed by the Corvette. But people revealed the true power of the Buick GNX, and it turned out to be a better and long-lasting car in comparison to the Corvette, and thus is considered a powerhouse. This was rightly sought after. Kendrick is essentially representing himself as the GNX. What do you guys think about this take?
So the take is he views himself as the rare car.
Yeah. So the way people kind of, fetishized the Corvette because it's sleek, it's fancy, it's fast, right? The GNX came out around the same time. And even though people kind of flocked to the Corvette because of how it presents itself and how it looks, based on longevity, based on speed, based on gas, all that kind of stuff, and in terms of just longevity, people later on discovered that the GNX was the better car in general. Even whether the Corvette looked great or not, they turned out to be that the GNX was a better car, aka the powerhouse.
I get it. I get it. I get
Like
the meaning.
in hindsight, Drake would represent this Corvette where everybody's like, ooh, shiny, ooh. Everybody wants to look like they want to be in this car.
I wasn't the one until I was shown that I was the one.
Yes. So what do you guys think about that?
I think that's been his career. That's been his entire career. I mean, Kendrick Lamar has been called, you just positive hippie, hipster shit, like all this soulful, plea for the black people music. He's been accused of not being able to make hits and not be able to be a true star. You know what I mean?
That's
So
what's crazy to me because he's shown that he can make hits. He just didn't want to. Like, he's one of the
he
people
didn't fit
like
the picture.
He's like, I know the formula. I don't want to use that formula.
Think about
like
down
that.
to the way Drake dresses to the way Kendrick dresses. Kendrick's lack of jewelry and all this.
And he's starting to have jewelry now.
Well, now,
but like I'm doing that now at almost 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with 3 kids and a wife.
I ain't gonna lie.
I just need something.
As you read that, I was like, Buick better fuck around and re-release that car. They better capitalize on the moment.
I was surprised the collaboration is not in the works at this
crazy.
point. I mean, like, but yeah, I believe that's how he views himself, and that's how the industry has viewed him. Like, you gotta remember, like, Kendrick has always been in this struggle with, like, from him and J. Cole are great friends. You know what I mean? So they were the artists there in their class. You could tell they were friends in their class. So they rose up, you know, fucking with each other.
Yeah.
Like as bros, you know what I mean? Hell, they have a whole album done together that we just haven't gotten yet.
Yeah, I'm still
You know
sad
what I
about
mean?
that.
I'm still sad about that.
I'm still really sad
you know,
about that.
but I also want to touch on what he said about Black Hippie in there too.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
because I'm glad he took accountability for that. But yeah, like I definitely agree. I agree. If that's the meaning of it, like I was so confused about the GNX shit. So he was in the car. I was like, okay, this is his favorite car. But then hearing that definition is like, oh, okay.
It ties into the narrative. Not even the narrative. It ties into the archetype of the type of artist that Kendrick is. Like he's always been very symbolic. He's always been very, very
always
like,
medicine and candy.
Yeah.
That really is his superpower because he makes it art. Because art is a subjective thing. We can all look at the same picture and see something different in it.
Absolutely.
And he does so much. It's like when he drops, it's so heavy that he really does get to sit back and he's like, y'all talk about it. You guys decide. He knows what he means, but he never tells anybody what he means.
Yeah, he's
so
not
it's
heavy on
really
interviews
left
and
for
stuff.
us to just be like,
it's a battle rap group that I watch. They're called EFB, every fucking bar, because like the way they battle literally is a punchline in every fucking bar. And when I look at Kendrick's music, it's a lesson in every fucking bar.
Yeah, he don't waste. He don't
waste time. He don't waste lines. Like this is one thing that I enjoy to do is to literally listen to his music and go on Apple Music and read the lyrics as it's going.
Yes,
you know what, when I was listening to this, what I found myself really paying attention to is you forget that he's rapping. It just sounds like he's talking in very concise sentences.
Yes.
Like it's like, oh, if I were to read this, this is a sentence.
I love how he's a ghetto boy who you tell is kind of like a theater kid too. Because how dramatic he is.
He's very heavy into literature.
Especially with his chords. Yeah. His chords, he's so dramatic with his chords.
Yeah.
Everything is so, and it's always, if you notice a lot of times, he pairs the chords with how he like, somehow like, he plays around with his voice inflections. He pairs the chords with it a lot.
That's one of my favorite aspects about him in terms of performatism. Like, he knows how to capture the same kind of entertainment you'll see from an artist that's breaking it down, doing all these dance moves and all of this. And he's going to put that same level and same dynamic of a performance in his words. Like the literature is dancing for it. It's dancing along with the beat.
Like who knew that Kendrick and SZA was the duet that we needed?
Me.
like that was a straight duet.
Me.
Like they're back and forth.
They rarely miss on a collab.
Like
rare. I was just talking to somebody about that. I'm like, do we think there's an album coming?
Like that'd be one of them ones.
SZA and Kendrick is always
like
a very
duet
healthy combination.
album. Like normally people
at least a tour.
Like when people make songs now, it's always like it's not, and that's what he in this album he did that a lot with the artists where it was back and forth. It wasn't just the here's my verse, then your verse, then you come.
Yeah,
it was duets. It was like, no, we're gonna be on the songs together. You can tell that these people were in the studio. Like they came to the studio.
They pull up to each other.
Yeah.
I hope there's at least a tour coming because I know she's dropping the album.
I do too.
We get a SZA album in the fall, fellas. I hope y'all understand how good that is for us. If y'all ain't never read the lyrics, read the lyrics. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
So
I just know that there needs to be a tour for this album because we have to go.
Tour's happening. Tour's happening.
We have to go.
If you've never seen Kendrick live,
we have to go.
Listen, I am not a concert person.
No, you have.
But I gotta go.
You gotta go.
You have to. That man.
At least see him.
Yeah.
You have to see Kendrick live.
He's amazing.
You have to.
Yeah.
And if you can do it on the floor,
magnifico.
It's nothing like
magnifique.
Yeah. Anywho. So do we want to go down
track by track?
Track by track?
All right.
Let's do it. Maki, you start off.
Oh, God. My phone.
Oh, I'll go. Okay.
Yeah, I put my phone up.
Remix.
Come on, hey, man. You do your job.
Okay. Whacked Out Morals.
All right.
How we feel about that?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Nah, nigga, energy's gotta be higher in the room right now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The fact.
He put his dick on the table.
The fact.
Pause. We can just say it. Pause.
What
That's
I
what it was.
love is the title, right? Because murals, I love the song, but one of the things that immediately caught me was the title and the content of the song itself. Because when you think of a mural, right, normally it's in dedication or celebration of someone. Now he wasn't like tearing, people down except for the main target. However, the fact that he's saying whacked out morals lets you know that the image is distorted. It's changing, it's different. And so just having the title and then going down the journey of the song, because it's a journey. This whole album is a journey, but starting off the journey with this, it almost takes me into a moment where it's like, for my birthday last year, we went to Area 15 in Vegas, where everything is very, very trippy. It's very trippy. It's like you're going into another dimension. And with this song being the first one, I knew that we were going into a new realm, realm of Kendrick. I was ready for it.
Yeah, he started off like,
Bow.
for one,
Bow.
the Spanish singing over that guitar, bro. That was like old school, like dual music, like
Masterpiece.
real, like Western dual music,
Yeah.
like.
That's
And then just how he was again. Those I think that was like those violins, whatever those hitting
I
on.
think so.
Also, those violins they had, and just so broken down because it was so stripped down. It's like, no, hear me when I'm talking to y'all on this. Like, hear me. Like, I don't want nobody getting nothing mixed up. Like, it's one of them, like, when I say your name, I want you to know I said your name.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Ain't no, you're not gonna mistake what I said.
I'm talking to you.
I said him.
Yeah.
I said that nigga. Like, so it was like, it was, yeah. He stood in the sand.
Structure of the beat, like how, because even the little part of the drums, when you were anticipating it, should have came before, like when they introduced the clap and the rest of the percussion. It normally would have came earlier, but it was so satisfying to drop it after the Lil Wayne bar.
I agree.
Like it was like, oh, like that's the energy. It's like oh, normally like, oh, this is when it's gonna drop, and it didn't. But then he's still going, and so you following the words, and then when he hit that Wayne line, I was like, oh, this nigga went there. I was like, that shit was crazy. That line, because everybody knows he's such a Wayne fan. To say that my hard work disappointed him. Damn.
My hard work disappointed him.
Listen, the way he started off this whole song, nigga say, yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. The energy will make you niggas move to Europe, but it's regular to me. Like, yesterday somebody disrespecting my name, and I'm used to that shit, but y'all not. Like, for me,
I do this.
Like, that shit'll make you niggas, like, tuck y'all tail and run, or be scared in the moment, or not want to say the nigga name. That's normal. Like, he came in the room, like, I'm gonna let y'all know, like, I'm built for what I'm doing. I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I know I don't talk much. I don't say anything on social media, but I'm built for what I'm doing right now. I'm built for the tone I'm setting right now with y'all. What I did to Blood wasn't just some random shit. I made that happen. You know what I mean? Like, I made him get in the paint. That wasn't like me just stepping in some shit. No, I stood 10 toes. So understand, like, I'm not tripping. I'm built for this. I'm ready for whatever y'all got for me. So the shit on the way I'm about to rhyme on this song, I don't regret nothing I'm about to say.
You're in my realm now. You in my ring. This is hip hop now. We not doing that gimmicky rap shit. We not doing all of that old school relying on, oh, you was fire back. Nah, I got some shit to say and I'ma say it.
I'm telling you, it didn't feel like he was rapping. It literally just felt like he was talking in music.
It was.
That nigga was like, bro, all this talk is bitch made.
I'm strapped in for the ride.
That's on my Lord. I'll kill
in.
them all before I let them kill my joy. Like,
that's some you shit.
Like, he
that's some shit.
He
some
let
shit
you know, like,
shit.
I don't listen. Like, I'm really. He's that nigga that, like, if you know a nigga in the hood who was like, Blood was always quiet, but niggas never took him for a sucker. he was just always on this other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just one of them niggas just like niggas grew up with niggas who like I remember like with Andre Ward. Like you always heard about Andre
That's
Ward
my cousin,
in
our
the
cousin.
hood. Like in the East. Like I've heard like my partners getting in fights with him and his brothers. Like they was always on the box shit, always on some regular shit. But like, you know, niggas would test them thinking they suckers because they didn't went outside or something like that. But them
Yeah, it was
niggas
different.
really they got in their hands. Like my partner was like, nigga, I actually fought them niggas. Like he was one of the tough niggas in the hood. And he like, nigga, I ain't gonna that nigga beat my ass. Like, but you know what I mean? But he was always quiet. He was on his own shit. You feel me?
He
He was,
not gonna do a lot
was
of
over
talking.
here.
Yeah.
Like
He's gonna let
that's
the
kind of the
products
tone that Kendrick kind of
speak for
give.
itself.
Like, he trying to give me. Like I was never that nigga. Like understand? I'm peaceful. Yeah, I'm educated. Yeah, I'm conscious. But like, hold on.
Great tone setter for the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
Excellent way to start.
so let's just fast forward to the Wayne line. Thoughts?
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I'm very, very agitated. I'm agitated because so many people thought it was a shot, like a dig, like
Yeah.
like it was he calling Wayne out, and I feel like even Wayne felt that way because of his response, because he did respond. My thing is, K Dot has always been somebody who has never been afraid to talk about his idols, his influences, the people that have helped shape his career, whether it's good, bad, beautiful, or ugly. I think the moment of him when he says that, you know, my hard work disappointed him, I think that kind of already sets the tone for the message. He's not coming with venom. He's coming with his truth. He's coming to speak his piece. Because as Wayne being one of his main influences, I think he redid one of Wayne's CDs as a mixtape. Like he covered almost all of, I think, Carter 3. I think he called it C4 or something. Like he's always been a heavy Wayne fan. I respected the fact that he called that out. I respected the fact that he said something about it, but I'm agitated that people don't understand transparency. They automatically assume that transparency and truth have something to do with negativity. I think that like exposed a lot of people, Wayne included.
Well, I think it can be taken that way. I think it can be taken.
I don't.
You like a shot. I'm reading
like,
this bar, and that bar like a shot.
Like,
I
nah,
know.
like, it's like you don't expect him to take it that way. Like, you like,
That bar was a shot. I can read it for y'all. That bar was a
I
shot.
don't think it was a job.
Listen, he said, used to bump the Carter 3. I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though. Call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to Eskimo. I drew the line in decimals. Like, I mean, like that don't sound like.
yeah, like again, it's one of them things.
Then he went to Snoop. Snoop
It
posted
don't
Taylor
sound like a
made. I
shot.
prayed it was a like.
It sounds like what happened was it's a literal representation of never meet your idols. He met him. First of all, he was inspired by him. Then he's in the game, the same game with him, right? He's working his ass off, doing an excellent fucking job. Excellent job. And because I get something from my hard work, you get offended by it.
Because you wanted it. That's the thing. That's why it is. Because
It's a shot to Wayne. It's a shot
don't
to Wayne
think
for this
so.
reason. This is
I
why.
don't
This is
think
why I
so.
think it's a shot to Wayne. Okay, it's a shot to Wayne in my opinion because with you being a big homie, like your sadness, the way you've been on the internet, you know what I mean? So look, everybody know that Wayne didn't start the whole campaign for fuck y'all, why y'all ain't put Lil Wayne on Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He didn't start it.
Yes, that's accurate.
It was people who loved him, who was around him, who started that, and then the internet took it on one.
Yeah.
What made it a problem to me was when Wayne finally did say something and nothing he said gave any real congratulations to Kendrick.
Right.
It wasn't like, yo, first of all, like, shout out little bro.
Right.
Congrats to him. You know, well earned.
Right.
And then go into how he felt. Now like, okay, cool, you showing me love. You showing me like I ain't got no smoke with you
Right.
about this. You know what I mean? My smoke is them. I don't feel like he set that boundary or made that clear enough when he
I don't think he
spoke.
made it clear at all.
You know, so when you're doing that, I'm sitting there as Kendrick, I'm like, damn, but like big homie, what did I do wrong though? Like I get you mad, but by you being mad, it's still I'm involved.
Yeah.
Like it's still basically saying like I should have it over him. You know what I mean? You still like when he went on his own little Louisiana festival and said that, you know, how hurt he was and all that. It's like, but still nothing you saying is like shout out to Kendrick. This ain't nothing to do with Kendrick. Like, yo.
Yeah.
And see, the other thing is because he mentioned it's like there, then it's the Snoop line, and then it's the Nas the only nigga that congratulated me. That's why it's like when you tie all
And
those
what they
things,
all got in common? My big homies.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like
Yeah, so
that's
like,
why it kind of
I
is
pissed
because
you
like
off my opportunity. You over there reposting this song. You tripping. The only one congratulating me is a nigga in New York.
But is that a read or is that calling niggas out?
It's calling you out. Like I said something, I see that.
But that's not a read. I can call you out without reading you down to the ground. Essentially, the way you just explained the Wayne situation, and you pulled up receipts. Essentially, what Kendrick just said is, I was a huge ass fan of you, and when I didn't receive the acknowledgement that I felt like I could have received from you, that shit hurt my feelings. So I said, cool, I'm done. Then he moved on to Snoop, like, nigga, you was also an inspiration too, and you repost something, you low key repost the op shit. Like, how is that him?
and here and
Like
this,
shooting at motherfuckers.
This is the greatness, the fact that how it can be perceived.
Yeah. Yes.
Because
No.
we can't. Nobody
All
can say
these niggas-
definitively.
knows. Yeah. Yeah.
All these niggas agitated. I'm just glad they showed their faces. Quite frankly, plenty of artists, but they outdated old ass flows trying to convince me that they the favorite.
That's a shot. Shot. That. But people aren't talking about that as the shot.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. If you just look at the line, if you're just looking at the line, okay, maybe not. But when you look at it and it's the entirety of that, it's like, oh, you got to summarize it all up together. That's why it can be taken that way.
I can qualify.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. He was letting them know, like, hey, we gonna keep it 100. Like I see all that shit, and y'all, that's some whole shit y'all doing. You know, but I love how Uncle Snoop went on social media and took the L. Like, you right, big right.
It was the edibles.
It was the edible,
You right.
little brother. It was the
You
edible,
right.
bro.
And see, that's the thing. It's like
You right,
you
bro.
can say, and it's the thing. Sometimes, as niggas, right? I could talk some shit to you and say some shit to you that like it's like way disrespectful. The outside looking in, it's gonna sound like a dig.
Yeah.
But the way you interpret it, the way you gonna receive it, is gonna be different.
That's how I'm thinking.
But it's still a dig though.
That's
You
what
get what I'm saying? It's a
That's my
dig,
point.
but it's just we come from mutual respect where that dig ain't gonna make it be nothing. It's like I'm gonna take it, but
I'm
I
not
gotta
gonna
eat
disrespect
that
you
one.
as a man, but I'm gonna let you know, like, that was some whole shit you did.
Okay.
You know,
I guess.
So next song, Squabble Up.
Hey,
Okay. You.
man.
Shea Butter, what's up?
Just from the time, like everybody else, when that shit, before it got dropped,
I know.
I was like, that's the one. Like, I just knew it was like that one.
Radio Smash.
That one. I was like,
That's
oh,
going off.
you already know.
Prepare to be annoyed by that for the next year.
Yeah.
At bare minimum.
First it was They Not Like Us, now it's gonna be that one.
Oh my! And everybody is gonna be walking.
It's gonna be that one.
Everybody gonna be walking.
And the crazy part about it was where the song ended on the snippet, the sample that comes in after that, you got the music. Now here's your chance. Nigga, like it just said, here's your chance. Do your dance, do all that stuff, everything that you wanted to do when you was telling me to drop the song. It's like here to have that already in the tuck to just kind of know how motherfuckers is gonna react, and then when it's like here.
Prepare for your Instagram. So
There you
every
go.
time you turn, squabble up.
There you
Squabble
go.
up. Every time you go down, somebody gonna be dancing some new dance
On a platter.
Look, cause it's crazy
On a
because
platter.
I've been on TikTok and it's like all the LA people, they got that squabble up dance, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's just like because the sample comes from 80s music and the Bay.
Wait till Kids Bop get a hold of that.
See, and this goes back
It's
to
over.
that conversation that conversation that we was about to have where you said that this album is for LA and not the Bay.
Yeah.
That sample, the Kafani
I don't
sample
know why
in there.
she laughing. It's gonna be in your classroom.
No, it's not.
What?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Watch.
I
But
don't
nah,
play Kids Bop in my
To
classroom.
have the Kafani sample in there.
I play instrumentals in my classroom. They gonna listen to the song, just no words.
But yeah, that definitely is. It just make you want to. It make you want to gig.
Yeah, it do.
Like-
It do. It do.
Like it made me just.
It do.
I be in the car just, and I was like, when my girl got in the car with me, I was like, I already know it because I'm in my element. She about to pull the phone out, so I had to tell her. I was like, don't do that. So then the moment I looked at she had, I just stopped. I was like, you're killing the moment. I was like, you're killing the moment. I was like,
got so serious.
killing your
I was like,
vibe
you're
on
killing the
accident.
moment. I was like, just let me have this. I know.
I was see how serious this nigga face
I was like, I know you want people to see this side of me. I know you do, but just enjoy it. Like you're in the presence of it. If you catch me outside when this song comes, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
Because if not, she gonna have to squabble up.
Yep.
When
Yep.
I'm good, I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. Anywho, next song is Luther. Ooh, if this world were mine.
You got to do it. I did the first one. What's up? Talk to us.
It was dope. It's just a dope. It's a chick record. Like I'm a dude that I'm always gonna need chick records for my playlist, and he just added me a great one. Like this was amazing.
Yeah,
I was
one of
like,
those
thank you.
One of those ones that you don't
Yeah.
feel like, damn, but I'm pussy for putting this on the playlist. Like, nah, it's like, yeah,
Now
I
you got
Yeah.
another one for the link up. Like, oh, thank you. Bro.
Is it going in that list where you driving to the house or no?
That one.
The 45?
The one.
That one.
The one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So again,
Oh.
like just how
That's
they
gonna be a
flipped
good
it
jumper.
from the Spanish guitars
Mm-hmm.
to the Luther, and then like this how you know they got the big budget because they were sampling the strings. So I know they got access to like the master
Oh my
records. So they
gosh,
taking the individual
yeah.
pieces of it because those
That's
was
some
the
coin.
strings.
That's some coin.
Those were the strings.
Yeah.
Or they had somebody replay it, and if you get somebody to replay like that,
Mhm.
that's gonna cost you money. So that
Mhm.
the budget is
coin.
there.
Shekels. Coin and shekels. You got it. You got to be dog.
What? And when I hear the song, I don't know why, it reminds me of Coi Leray. Like something about it, just there's like a bop to it. Like she has a song with a similar bop. There's something.
Probably because how SZA was singing, like the little da-dee-da.
Yeah.
It kind of there's a whimsicality about it that I think Koi kind of implements in her songs.
It was very. It's like
I can
it's
see
playful that fa. It's just like
Yeah.
When I hear that song, I just want to put my arm around somebody's chair. Just god damn. You know, you just want to. One of them songs, like you know what I mean. Just feel warm.
It feels good.
Yeah, you just want to like pull somebody's chair next to you. It's like, come here. Like yo, I don't know you. It's okay. We're just gonna. Well, you know, what's your name? You know what I mean. Good song. Great song. Appreciate you, Kendrick. Next song.
They don't miss. I'll say it again.
Man at the Garden. Which I believe is about his father, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. What I like, he did it on the last album too. Like, what I liked is the last album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. He talked about his own daddy issues. Now he's confronting dad. He's calling dad out. You know, I'm a fan of that because I think there's a lot of people that need to go on that journey, whether it's a parent, whether it's a cousin. I think there's a lot of people who there's a journey with healing where you do have to kind of be able to let all of that stuff go and release all of that. And I felt like this song very much embodied that. Before, the last song on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was about transparency, right? Let me self-reflect. This one is, okay, now I'm reading your report card. I'm calling you the fuck out.
Man, so there was this tweet that said, Section 80, my hood is fucked up. Good Kid, Mad City, my city's fucked up. To Pimp a Butterfly, this country fucked up. Damn, this world's fucked up. Mr. Morale, I'm fucked up.
Right.
GNX, you niggas got me fucked
Yes,
up.
that shit. I need that.
Yeah, send that to me.
I need that. Put that in the chat. I need that
put that
one.
in chat
That's fire.
ASAP.
That's fire. That's fire.
I need that on like
I
a
need
painting with each of the albums.
That's fire.
It's like broken down. Like, oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna put it on a shirt. I'm gonna put it on a crew neck.
Yeah. The thing I like about this song is that fact that he kept saying, I deserve it all.
Yes.
Like everything he named, like I think as black men we don't do that enough. We don't do words of affirmation for ourselves a lot. So for him to really stand there and say all these things that like, right, regardless of how crazy they may sound, I deserve that.
Yeah, like you said, the affirmation. I think he gave us an affirmation because like just
He
saying
did.
that,
He did.
like is gonna do something to the spirit. Like, yeah, I deserve it all. But again, when you say deserve it all, he's saying I deserve it all. He's talking about the good and the bad.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about everything that's coming along with. He's like, I deserve it all.
I
This is
deserve
like
it
a black
all.
man's affirmation. Listen.
Yeah.
When you can, let's read this shit. Look at this shit.
Yeah. Drop some gems.
Twice emotional stability, of sound body tranquility. I deserve it all. Like minds and less enemies. Stock investments, more entities. I deserve it all. VVS's white diamonds. GNX with the seat back reclining. Bitch, I deserve it all. Put my homies on the beachfront. Flying private, what you eating for lunch. I deserve it all. The respect, and the accolades. Lamping on the islands, watching Castaway. I deserve it all. For every good nigga that passed away, sent 2.5 million on an average day. I deserve it all. Keep my name by the world leaders. Keep my crowds loud inside Ibiza. I deserve it all. More money, more power, more freedom. Everything heaven allowed us, bitch. I deserve it all.
Man,
That's a mantra.
The one that stood out to me, the line in there.
I'm getting that tattoo.
Like,
bitch, I deserve it
I'm
all.
glad to hear him say that, like, he wants the accolades too. Because typically when you get like spiritual people, I don't want the accolades. I don't want. It's like they like downplay it, but it's there. Like, nah, nigga. Like, anytime you create something that you put out, nigga, you want to be recognized for that.
Yeah, there's
shit.
ownership. You have ownership,
So,
and you want. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, right now you gonna see so many men sitting at home with their
I
women.
deserve it all.
When she coming in tripping, point that shit loud, bitch. I deserve it all.
Oh man, only you.
Only me. Listen,
can prevent forest fires.
Man.
I don't know.
Nah, he ain't preventing that. Nigga starting them. That nigga about to start
I
fires
keep
and
telling
houses.
y'all every week y'all give me a mic, and every week I'm like, all right, okay, y'all keep wanna fuck around with it. Anywho, next song is "Hey Now" featuring Dodie Six.
Hey now, say now. Hey, just the way he
Super
came in,
LA,
hella
bro.
funny.
Hella LA.
The way that nigga came in was hella funny.
LA.
Bro, the most beautiful thing about this album is that it is an LA album.
And even on this song, so maybe I don't know.
Come on.
So the Gucci Man started to see spaceships on. Okay,
yeah.
is that song as big in LA as it is out here? Because that is a Bay Area song. Like, we were mad. If you watch the Gucci, Jeezy, their verses,
Yeah.
Bay Area people were kind of mad that song wasn't one of his top 20 because that's a song that Bay Area people know. That song is played
high as a motherfucker right now. I shoot that and shit right now.
So
we did a lot of drugs back in. Like,
but what I'm
06,
saying
bro.
is, like, I don't know if that song, because I ain't partied in LA like that. I don't know if that song is as big in LA as it is in here. But that's what I'm saying. He Easter eggs so many Bay things in there. So when you say it's just in LA, it's like, nah. He's like dog whistling to the Bay. Like, because we catch all the stuff.
Oh, whoa, don't. Hey, pause. Don't ever let no nigga dog whistle a bear nigga. I'm talking.
Oh God.
So no, I'm gonna say that just because I got a theory. Listen, I got a theory.
So, buddy.
No, I have a theory. So listen. He started. Kendrick is uniting the Crips and the Bloods, right? He brought the Mexicans in on this too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
okay. So that's
Peso, lefty gunplay.
Yeah. So he's starting to unite all that. I think he's trying to unite California. I see him.
I was having this argument.
Going back to
I was having this argument with somebody. I was like, yo, he's trying to unite the West.
Yeah. Like going back to
I agree.
The Black Panther scent. The black
he won one coast.
One coast.
Because again, the same disrespect that he said, the way they disrespect the West Coast, like not being from here, it's both of our sounds.
Okay, wait. Hot take. Almost 10 hat foil shit. It's my theory that this is not the only album that's dropping.
Oh, okay.
I think he has another album that's dropping. Just because how much of a party album this was, I'm like,
you think it's
and
another
it was
12?
under it was under an hour. It's 44 minutes. It's like that's not like him. He does hour projects. So I'm like, it felt so party that like I just don't believe such a conscious nigga don't got something else he want to get off his chest.
You think there's another 12?
I think another 12. But my question is, if you're going with that theory, What if the next album has Bay Area features?
I mean, look, and I saw this. Somebody said this.
Or like
Like
Vegas,
like
even Seattle, like he
the
mixes up.
West Coast is the top of California to the bottom, Vegas, Phoenix, and now starting to be Texas, because the Bay to Texas migration is real. From Houston to Dallas, there's a migration there. Like
And they are
we're
coming
heavy
back.
out there now. So when you take that, when you look geographically, that is a big portion of the United States. Right, like just the West Coast. California is big. Like it takes us
pretty big.
It takes us what 4 to 5 hours to get to LA.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
8 hours to San Diego. Go north. You talking about another 8 hours?
Yeah. Another hot take.
Damn.
What if he's trying
Shout
to
out to
unify the
Dago.
whole West Coast to then take over on some
that-
government shit?
That's a possibility too. Like
tinfoil hat
like think about
theory,
this.
of course.
Tinfoil hat.
Like
Tinfoil hat.
so, I'm gonna say this. When I think of LA and I think of the Bay, the one thing, the stark difference is they have gangs. We don't. Gangs are an organization. There is some type of organization. We don't really got that out here. We're just free spirited and we just be like, we just like to have a good time, right? So it's coming, like you can see it, that the merge is coming where like, because there has been like a disconnect. I would say like our biggest stars like 40, Snoop, all
Sure,
them are
yeah.
all them are big, but like after that, you don't see too much collaboration between LA and the Bay for them to be that close. Right? Like to be that, it's far, but it's close, because when you're looking on the East Coast, that same difference takes you into different states.
Right.
Right? Like that same amount of time, that's a whole different
Yeah.
state. We're
Right.
one state. And I think the Bay Area is coming to a point where we're letting go of feeling like little brother.
Oh yeah.
Like it's starting to just be like
That's kind of
like we
it's just
starting to
Cali
see
at
we
this
starting
point.
to see more unity in the Bay Area. We starting to see motherfuckers come together. And it's like when we come together and they come together, like dog, like to just do a West Coast one. Like our artists, our Bay Area artists have always been successful, and that's without play on the East Coast.
That's
like
true.
dog, like there's money over here. Like we know how to get it just on this side.
Accurate.
Niggas
Right?
been selling dope for years.
Yeah.
So Master P, where'd he get it from?
how you live.
Yeah, he said he got all of his business
And
acumen
then,
from
and
the
so
Bay.
watch that, he got it from the Bay. And then when he did that, Juvenile was just on a interview talking about, oh, that's when he learned about Master P, like from the Bay. Like again, all these motherfuckers have ties to the Bay. They all acknowledge it, but on a large scale, as far as the masses don't recognize the Bay in California, in LA either. Like it's like we have our sound, and I recognize why it don't translate to everywhere else. The South will get it, but the East Coast
Yeah.
might not. You want to know why?
Yeah.
You gotta listen to this shit in the car, cause this shit slaps. Them niggas is on public transportation. The headphones is different, nigga. We got 415s and whistling pipes. It's different. Like we experience, like dog, it's cold today. In 2 weeks, nigga, we might be 90 degrees.
Hey,
we
facts.
still might be in summertime, right? Like
That's
we're
facts.
like summer year round. Them niggas have actual winters,
Yeah, and you can get stuck out
right?
there.
So their winters, their music, like what the frequency of the music, that's why they don't be making 100 beats per minute. But they used to. New York used to, and that's what's gonna come next. And I'm calling it now, is because I actually seen
You heard
this,
it here first.
I seen this girl. I'ma find it, and it was like the Bay to New York connection. And when I heard that song, I was like, oh, this should go. Cause when New York motherfuckers actually get on West Coast beats, they actually sound good.
They do.
Like it's
do.
actually a good marriage.
They do.
Like Fabulous on the Rick Rock beats. Right? Like there's a marriage there. And I think niggas is over trap music. Like that shit's been so popular that's like, yo, we've heard this shit. Like we need a different sound, a different frequency. We need to move to a different tempo. And that tempo that's in the club, 100 beats per minute. DJ Head says it all the time. 100 beats per minute. You get into that moves people.
I'm with all that, son. Yo, word to my dad.
Word to mother.
Yo, word to my dad, yo.
Yeah, I'm
Word to
glad I got to get
mom.
that off.
Next song is Reincarnated. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we
Let's get to
right
it.
here.
All right. Who was he talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who's he talking about?
I'm actually genuinely playing the song in my
Okay.
head. Just
Who's he talking about?
Verse 2, I've seen in the tea leaves that it was about Billie Holiday.
The woman one.
Yes. The time, this Chitlin circuit and singing and the drug addiction and all that and the, struggling. Yeah. If you read the lyrics, I've heard that. I've heard her name. It's literally, each verse is literally about different people. What struck me
So
was he said at the end, I screenshotted it. 1 second. The last thing he said at this end of that song is, I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back.
So
Carnage.
So that song really, when it first played, I was like, okay. It made me realize where Eminem got his flow from. Like, he got it from Pac. Like, I heard,
Bro.
Initially I heard Eminem was like, no,
somebody
but it's
told
Pac.
me, like, yeah, because I was telling somebody when I heard it, I'm like, yo, this is Pac's song. Like, is Pac's cadence. And somebody was like, yeah, and Eminem, and it threw me off. Like,
Nah, it's definitely, but it's
you saying
Pac.
that, yeah,
It is Pac, but now you can see the Pac influence on Eminem.
Flow, okay.
You can see the lineage of the
got
flow.
you. Got
right?
you. Okay, that connects for me.
Okay.
So what really strikes me about that song, how it starts off, the first story ends. There's a period to that, right? The second story ends. Then he goes into Kendrick Lamar.
Yes. And it's not.
It's a conversation between him and his dad, and then his dad becomes God and he becomes the devil. Like, but it didn't switch. It was like, because the story of Satan, it's funny, I just got a Bible and I haven't gotten that far. But I know, like, just through hearing, is like Satan is the musician, right? Like, that's his story.
He was literally
the musician.
Yeah.
Right?
He was the head of the music and arts ministry.
Yeah, so it's like, that's his story to fall. So it's like, when you think about that story, it's like, yo, he broke it down to say, like, this is what happened over all the centuries. Musicians always create the vibe, right? Like, everything runs through music. Like, we downplay music, but every single social media app, the first thing on all of them is music. MySpace, what they do? MySpace and Black Planet, they allowed you to put music on there.
Yep, you had a little soundtrack for your profile.
Twitter, it was the musicians getting on there, getting their shit off initially.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Instagram was pictures, right? But because they fell behind, like they were the ones that was like, okay, this is pictures. They didn't really have the music thing. But TikTok, it's all about music. Because wherever music goes, tell me the last TV show that you watched that didn't have music in it. Tell me the last movie that you watched that didn't have music in it. When they didn't even have words, they had music.
Yep.
In the movies.
Yep.
Because the music is the universal language. You can go listen to anything. You don't have to understand the words that are being said. If it bops, it's going to make you move because it's programmed into our DNA. So there's always been power in music, right? That's why the narrative of music, it's always been to chase celebrity, but the niggas who can really get celebrity for music are actually really good at music because they can make the music that makes people feel. If you watch there's that Weekend show, that one on HBO, The Weekend. There's a line in there where he says, if you can make people move, you can say anything you want.
True.
I don't think there's a lie in that statement, guys. I don't think there's
And so
one.
for him to take the devil, like the approach where he became the devil, and it's like, now we about to rewrite this shit. That nigga just took like all the music power and said, I'm him. For a nigga to claim to be the devil, to be reincarnated, like, and then to flip the story to say, I'm gonna take the power back in that, where all these niggas is talking about calling themselves demons and shit. Niggas stopped calling themselves gods and started calling themselves demons. He's like, all right, y'all niggas calling yourselves demons. Well, I'm gonna be the head one, so all y'all niggas is my sons. And now we about to reflip this shit again. Dog, that's fucking wild, nigga.
I
That's
like
fucking
it.
wild.
I like it.
Like, look, even this.
Have to
What's
drink to it.
dude's name? He's from the Bay. The Christian rapper. McCorm. What's his name?
From the Bay?
Yeah.
Light skinned?
Yeah.
Wears hats all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. What are you talking about?
But yeah, like dog, like we starting to get God back into music. Like it's coming back. Even when I'm writing music, it's coming back. It's like, yo,
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Literally.
Jesus Christ!
Literally.
Dog, it's because again, but we're demoned out. Like we're the crazy part about it is with the music and shit, it's like we have given so much of our energy to all the shit that we really don't want. Like the shit that really hurts us, we really have ballooned it so big that it was only a matter of time before somebody just said pop. And Kendrick is the perfect
Is the
person to go
guy.
pop.
Fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit. Mustard! Yeah.
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 Okay, so
Is that the next song?
So we all agreed that we don't know who any.
I don't.
The first
I
two
don't-
verses are
I don't
about.
know.
Because I ain't spending enough time like really trying to figure out. I
Yeah.
chat GPT trying to put
I
the
was trying to
details
figure out
of
like,
Michigan
1940. Yeah, I was trying to figure
I
out who
don't
was born
know.
in Michigan. Now
Plays
it's a
the
rock
guitar.
star. I
R&B.
thought it was Elvis. I ain't gonna lie. I thought verse one was about Elvis.
Initially, I thought that, but I was like, nah, it's Memphis. And Kendrick ain't gonna talk about no white people. Because I got to take. Have you know? When the last time you seen Kendrick like photograph with a white person? Nigga. Like, what the like? Dog.
I don't know, actually.
Because that's it's a
I
conversation.
don't know.
All right. Next
a
song is TV off.
Yeah. Mustard! I told you when you sent it, I was like, that right there is it's
If y'all
it's
can
the-
see how excited this nigga is.
it's
he
the
just did that.
embodiment
I
of the
wish they
fucking
knew.
song. Like that energy, because it's like it's just so fun to say. Like
It's fun. I'm sorry.
it's just
It's
fucking
really
fun.
fun. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And he gave that man a new tag.
Yeah.
And he gave him a new tag.
Nigga, cause
That shit's gonna be used everywhere.
Oh, if I'm mustard, I'm definitely using
I'm
that.
slapping that. That's the,
I'm putting that.
this thing, the GOAT gave me one?
And I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. He just
Because
gave it to me.
and it was just like it's
He
just
just
organic.
gave it to me.
So that beat flip, because the first half of the song is cool, but that second half, that's the single part. The moment he said "muck," like you can skip the first part in the club.
You know the DJ is skipping that. They going straight to that.
That's straight right there. Like he gave you the first part, but that
What
part
y'all-
was
what y'all think about me?
I'm happy that he put Lefty on this. Shout out to Lefty. Again, I just like the fact that the reason why I said this is an LA album is because all the features are like up and coming LA artists. And he hasn't done that. Well, nobody's really done that. Especially somebody in the position he's in. Like he's on his biggest run, and what he did is he brought his whole city with him.
But every race within the city, though.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
like he brought his whole city. Like, you know what I mean? Pesos, Lefty, you know, these are Hispanic rappers. You know what I mean? Like I know them from like Thizzler and shit like that. See them really just grinding. So it's like when I saw the features, I was like, that's lit. That's lit. Cause he talk about, you know, he raps about how this next chapter is him going into his like executive bag. So it's like seeing this album being full of features that are like literally people from my city
Yeah,
who
putting
I see
people on.
grinding, really doing their shit.
Yeah.
And like I'm not gonna go get on your song. I'm gonna put you on my album, bro. Like I'm gonna give you like
I'm gonna give you the
my
look.
look.
Yeah, the
know
real
what I mean?
look, because he knows
Like-
that he got everybody.
On the biggest run of my career, I'd say
That's when I'm finna put
gonna
niggas
put
on.
my whole city on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I want to say,
That's
is
what
it
I
on the
fuck
Hey
with.
Now Say Now? The dude, who's featured on that song?
Dodie Six.
Dog. That nigga's vocals on there are fucking perfect.
He slid.
Like perfect.
Slid
like,
effortlessly,
He
bro.
slid.
Like the
Slid
sonics of-
effortlessly, bro.
this is where I feel like LA is ahead of everywhere else. Sonically. They like understand the sonics of songs.
But you know what's crazy though? What we don't even acknowledge above all that shit, like city wise, politics wise, what this album mean. You know what I mean? You got Bloods and Crips on here. You know what I mean? So it's like, politic wise, this is unifying your city because you putting on a lot of young niggas who again come from different sides, different sets on one album. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not on the same songs, granted. You know what I mean? Most of them, but it's like I'm not being biased towards nobody. I'm putting on
I'm the goat,
He's
bro.
everybody.
getting to be Switzerland. The niggas
Yes.
who's
Neutral.
like, I'm neutral. Like, y'all niggas, look,
He's
I'm the
serious about
peacekeeper,
that.
nigga.
If you good about it, you on
He's
there.
continuing that nip goal. You know what I mean? Like this is one of the ones like y'all can't say nothing about me. Like again, in my biggest moment, I'm putting my city on. Like politic wise, this shit is so deep. Like it's like niggas. I'm looking at these artists and I'm like, bro, and everybody. You can look up everybody. Even if you're watching this, you listening to this. If you look up any of these artists and they own music, and you should, like, bro, they all just different parts of LA.
Yeah.
Like, and I know just from going to LA, like I know politic wise, these niggas from different hoods, different sets. Again, like you talking about you know what I mean? Like Lefty, if you watch any of Lefty Gunplay's interviews, he talk about like it's hard for him in the city because it's like so much of the gang shit he done been in. Like he can't even move around like
There's
he really
certain
want to. Like
traumas,
it's certain shit.
yeah.
Like he can't even, you know what I mean? And he talk about like being a southerner and like being cool with northerners. You know what I mean? Like on some like, yo, let's chill out on this shit. So to see this again, and then with Pesos, I don't know where Pesos from. I don't know if he Border Brothers. I don't know if he Red Blue. I don't know what he banged, but it's like I know from knowing and being in LA, nigga, all these niggas come from different gang cultures. Like
Yeah.
these,
And it's
so
rough.
you know, all of them, Wally
It's
Sensei
rough.
is a big blood, big crowd. Like you know what I mean? Like
Hey.
03
He
Flow is a
brought
big blood
That
song.
nigga,
Like,
hey, what?
bro,
Because that's the next song, right? That's the next,
03 Flow is my shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a gang
Wiley,
member
we
for that
love
song.
you.
Look,
Like we fuck
outside
with
of
you
that,
out
that's-
here
please don't
tough,
walk
bro.
around that
Like
shit.
Wiley.
Nigga from
because that's the next song, right?
But yeah,
Yes.
03 Flow.
Bruh, he fucking slid.
That Dodger Blue? Oh my God. Like Wiley had his moment.
And I
Bruh.
love that this is
Wiley
a
had
big
his moment on Dodger
on
Blue.
a song called Dodger Blue. Ain't that crazy?
Bruh, that
Ain't that crazy?
Listen, that's one of them songs where it's like, damn, why can't I be from LA? Because like that song sound like palm trees.
Nigga.
That's what palm trees sound
I
like.
cannot wait till
Slid.
next summer. This song is gonna get played out.
Slid.
Every barbecue is playing Dodger
Did his
Blue.
motherfucking big one.
Matter of
the big
fact,
one.
we live in California. Anytime the sun come out,
Yeah,
somebody's
yeah,
wearing Dodger
somebody
Blue.
slapping us down.
Hey, nigga, we
somebody
in the band.
slapping
We
us,
rivals
yeah.
to the Dodgers, but we like, hey, nigga, that song.
You slapping that?
Slap.
That's gonna be a barbecue classic,
That's one of the ones that's gonna live on forever.
bro.
That shit's fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like literally, you giving these dudes like hits, bro. That they can go walk into a label if they're not signed and get a bag. You know what I mean? Or if they are signed to a label, this helps them in the building. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm on, and then you know how crazy this is sounding. Like he's gonna probably I can't wait to see his first week numbers. Like it's gonna be looking crazy. Like
and Roddy was on there too, right?
yeah,
Roddy was on there
Roddy's
too.
on the same one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like I know like people are saying that it might pass up Damn first week numbers, which was like 600K.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
Because it's the thing.
Because it's a shock drop.
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't be
that.
surprised.
But so when Damn dropped, Kendrick lovers are gonna go listen to that.
Yeah.
This one got the Kendrick lovers and the Kendrick haters because the niggas is listening to this shit to find
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
There
like
you
he
go.
got both the energies on this
Come on
one.
with it.
When she
Come on with
come
it.
out whack, and then like, hey, when I just saw people were tripping on these academics is live that he went on about the album because
yeah.
academics like the album, but everybody know academics and Drake is friends. So you see in his chat, they like on some like, why don't you hate this album? It's like I don't hate the album. Like
Man, there was a
it's a good album.
there was a
Like,
clip
what
on
you gonna do?
there was a clip on Spaces for Joe Budden, and there's a chick talking about that this was like a pack of mids, and it was like, and then that's when
pack of
that's why I was
mids
like,
is
and again I could tell I was like, oh, this is an East Coast person, right? They don't understand the drums. They don't understand how powerful the drums are. The drums are the rhythm. It's one of the 7 laws
And it
that there's
sets
rhythm.
the frequency. Literally, the
Your
drum
rhythm.
pattern sets the frequency that flows through your
Dog,
body.
there's
sure.
a clip of
We run off of
what's
electricity,
that
people.
Gregory. What's the dude? He died, old dude, Gregory.
Hold on. I know you're talking.
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So where he was like,
Pause.
tell your he was like, if you want your kids to go to college for free, you teach them the drums. You put them in band and you have them play the drums. Why? Because every college has a band.
Yeah.
And the most important part
Is the drums.
is the drums because it keeps the timing. It's the thing that
It's the backbone. It's the literal spinal cord.
the time it puts you there. Like when you go to war, it's the drums. It's the drums, nigga. And that's the thing. Niggas don't know, and that's what we are known for on the West Coast is the fucking drums. If your drums don't hit, we don't give a fuck about your song.
I don't want to hear it.
We don't want to hear your shit if you ain't got the drums.
I'm still laughing.
What you gonna say that shit?
He need a whooping because he
I'm
already
still
said
laughing.
it.
What I said. I'm sorry. I'm still.
Nah, you gonna repeat that shit, nigga.
No, bro. I was laughing.
Nah, cause I didn't hear it, bro.
No, it's cool.
I feel like it's unfair.
It is unfair. It's just, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's a menace to society while drinking his juice in the
yes.
hood.
Drums pass culture.
If you know, you know.
Oh,
But no, that Dodger Blue.
That Dodger
that's
Blue
lit.
hit different.
It slid. It's
that it was
different.
beautiful. Like that song was like I for me I heard that
would've
like
wanted
I
to
would
hear
I would
Nip
love
on
just been
that.
in the studio like when you catch one like that.
I would have
Like
loved to
to be in the
have
studio
Yeah.
when you like to walk in and hear that and be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like and hear
like as people, you know, we've all been in the studio, so
Yes.
we know that feeling of making some shit where it's like,
that
hey,
feeling
this
when
feel
you make
good.
something that
It's the
sounds
best.
incredible. Yes.
Like,
it's the best
so when
experience
you know that you got one,
ever.
and then to know that, all right, we got one, and we got the budget to make this do what it do.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's the coolest feeling ever, bro. You have a whole different affinity to the song or to the music when you're there in its
Yeah.
birth.
And you get to hear it on the good speakers.
Oh,
Like you get to hear it where it's
Really
going through the
blasting.
right,
man.
the right
I
audio
love a good studio
interface.
hear
Here.
all the
session.
kicks and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, you get to-
yeah.
And then if you get the sweet spot where the engineer sits, who that spot, you can just hear the music
Facts.
right there for the sweet spot.
Classic. So the next song is Peekaboo
I see you.
featuring AZ Chic. I
No.
don't want to
Really
mispronounce
well.
my brother's name.
Yes,
But,
we
he's-
apologize in
we
advance.
apologize.
We
Listen.
apologize in advance.
I apologize, but I listen to y'all music. I went on to listen to y'all
Right.
music. Y'all
We
raw, bro.
apologize.
I fuck with a lot of y'all music. But yeah, this was a dope record. Like he slid to me. He was the best part. The feature. He slid like he was going.
You know
Like
how typically when there's like features on artists, like when it's features,
Yeah.
people will be like, "Oh, who won? Who did?" Have you noticed there's none of that on this? Because none of the artists are big, so they're not like these big names, so they're not comparing them.
No.
Like you just said, it's like I think this did more for the song than
I like it more because you know it's true because like when you see up and coming artists on songs with like established artists, you wonder like are you gonna meet the bar, and when you see that like for me it stands out as like yo
you know what you
He
said
exceeded the
something.
bar.
There's gonna be
Maybe
another
wonderful.
album because this was his executive. This was his way of like, okay, the best thing I can do for artists is to
this is
But
like an
the
A&R
music.
album.
Yeah,
He A&R this album.
Yeah, that's a
but he's
wonderful
like,
way to put
I'm gonna get my shit off, but this for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you know niggas fuck with me already. Like now I'm finna.
But I want to show y'all. But and he picked. You tell like how selective he was.
very
Like
meticulous.
each record
Very
fit
meticulous.
the artist well.
Which is
the
one of
artist,
the
the
reasons
featured
why.
artist was like fit well in the song.
Yeah.
They didn't get overshadowed by him. Nothing. Everyone met the bar. Everyone came in as themselves. And again, if you know any of these artists on their own music, then you like, nah, he was himself on that song. Like that,
Right.
that was
It fit.
that fit him.
It fit.
Like, so that's why I loved about it. Like, yo, he really like gave niggas shots. Like, and that everybody was going crazy. So when you think of this album as an incredible album, also think about the features too. They made this album an incredible album too.
Heard what happened to your mans. Not sorry for your loss. Should have prayed before them shooters came and nailed him to the cross.
I think it was sliding, bro. So next song is Heart Part 6. All right. So this is where we get to have a little fun. I'm glad he admitted the reason why we don't have black hippies is because of him.
How long did it take, you think, for him to come to terms with that? Personally.
I think he just knew, but I think it's probably more of an internal thing.
Uh-huh.
He probably always knew.
But I think as a brotherhood, they just protect each other.
Yeah.
But like, it's one of them type of unspoken things that like maybe he's always that artist that's kind of always had to be on his own shit. Like, because he
Sounds like
said
you.
like he's a loner.
Well, I think he basically
like
said
you.
because his perspective. Like, I think his calling is different than everybody else's,
Yes.
right? So
No
it's
shade, I
like,
think it's
yeah,
bigger.
I
Like
think
not even in that way, y'all.
Yeah.
Like not in a
It's-
shady way.
it's like, but it gave them. I think it did them good because it let them all be themselves.
Everybody else shine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even like
found
all that
themselves.
whole group like stands strong on their own.
Yes.
That I could see there actually being one now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it actually being better than what we
Everyone's
would have
older.
gotten.
Yeah. Everyone's a little more established. Everyone has more time. Everyone a little more focused. Everyone a little more intentional. So yeah, definitely.
And they
I
all
think that
honed the
line
craft.
was to kind of open that conversation back up of a Black hippie album.
Yeah.
I think another thing that I super like about it as well is most of the time when Kendrick drops a heart part something, it's usually just him. This is the one time where, first of all, let's connect the dots for some of our folks. Drake dropped one of the disses and titled his diss as a Heart Part 6 to kind of shade Kendrick because this has been an ongoing story for him. But what I liked about it is, sure, that almost all of them are just him most of the time, but the fact that you reunited something that you started from, like grassroots, it kind of brought me back to thinking of the heart itself as a muscle. You know what I'm saying? There's 4 different chambers of the heart, and they all have to work together to be able to pump blood throughout the entire body. And I felt like this was a dope ass way to kind of reclaim the power behind this song. Like, not only am I going to take this power back, but I'm also going to extend it to my people.
Do you
I
do you
loved
want to
it.
hear some crazy shit? So the song that he sampled for there is SWV Use Your Heart. You know who wrote that song? Chad Hugo and Pharrell Williams. The nigga, like, dog, to go back and take my shit back for the whole Pharrell line, like, that's fucking,
Mastermind.
that's insane, bro.
But listen,
Heart Part
just like you
6.
said, we're talking about with Black hippie. Like, it's always something different. Like, we know in most groups, there's always one. There's a
Yeah.
Michael. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There is a El DeBarge.
A
There
Beyonce.
is a Justin Timberlake. There is a Beyonce. There's someone in the group that's just like, they just get that one little extra notch about them. Like, people were talking about with Beyonce. Like, I remember somebody, I believe it was.
I love you, Beyonce. I
I
love
believe it
you.
was
I love you so
Latoya
much.
Luckett did an interview and she was
swear to
talking
be
about
your
how
friend.
when Beyonce would practice even when they weren't practicing, like when they would be like ready to go out and go hang out,
She was staying. She was in
she
the
would
house.
stay
Still
and
singing.
would still practice and work and like practice steps and write music and like she was the one that like was dedicated. Like she sacrificed.
Shout out to Latoya. I love you too, girl.
And so like it makes
I got all
sense
your
when
music.
she becomes who she becomes because it was just something she knew it was the mission was bigger.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you don't get those people without the groups.
No.
Because see, though, like when you have a group, it brings, because everybody in a group, everybody is a piece of themselves, and a piece of them has to die off in order for the group to
Absolutely.
succeed.
Absolutely.
But everybody's energy, their mixed energy, brings different. This is why boy bands used to work. 'Cause
Yeah.
every girl used to have a favorite nigga in the group,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something that's like, oh, and it brings in more people. So once they got the eyes, then it's like, all right, I can go do my own shit. And it's like,
Yeah, because again, like a lot of people don't know, like coming up, they would hype man each other. On
Oh,
tour. Like he
yeah.
mentioned it in the song
They would
now,
hype
and I'm
man
glad
each
it's in
other,
the
yeah.
song now. But if you like knew like behind the scenes how it came up, like J Rock got the deal first. And then Kendrick was J Rock's hype man. So
Yeah.
Kendrick
Like-
would go on tour and hype man for J Rock.
like everything was about his deal.
Yeah, and then when Kendrick got his shit going, he started popping Schoolboy, hype man Kendrick. You know what I mean? And then Schoolboy dropped his, you know what I mean? So it's like they all would go on tour with each other. Like so, like that's why I'm so happy about this song because this is like a true like
Yeah.
almost like backpack rap internet kid song
Yes.
because if you know Black hippie or if you were a fan of
This
this
could have been from an
period
EP.
of those early 2000s
Yeah.
area like those
2010s.
yeah, like 2010s, early 2010s.
For sure,
you know
early
what I mean? That
2010s.
Wiz era,
I was
like
still in college. And
real, you know what I mean? Like Asher Roth, Charles
Uh-huh.
Hamilton era, like, you know what I mean? Like Pac Div, like
Lupe.
down to the sample. This is us. This is like our like Dat Piff era of mixtape
Yes. Oh my God.
shit. Like so, for me, it was even deeper.
Going back to Reincarnated,
Yeah.
that sample is a sample that Lil Wayne did too. It's on one of the mixtapes. I forgot which one. Saw it.
Yeah.
Wayne flipped that beat before.
Okay. Yeah, well, I also have that was his Pac
Layers.
song. I'm glad he got his Pac.
Layers.
He got a real Pac moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Pac moment.
He got
Yes.
but I also feel like this is his Pac moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We remember from who Pac was. When Pac has smoke, everybody knew.
Yeah.
Like,
It
him up was
wasn't-
intentional.
Like that.
It wasn't
That's something you can appreciate.
surprise.
That's like he named names.
Yeah.
Like he was very direct, and he didn't use like a bunch of names.
No.
Just the people he was talking
He
to.
kept
It
it
was
very,
just like,
very particular.
because he don't need all the extra. Like he don't
Like-
need all that shit.
We get straight to you.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's like
Here's a cup of tea. Sip and enjoy. Straight like that.
Yeah, I'm glad Heart Part 6 was like flowers to his brothers.
yeah. And
That
I'm
was
glad he reclaimed. He's like, give my shit back, nigga.
And do
Yeah.
yourselves a favor. Listen to all of them. Like listen to all of the different heart parts. Like please, in order. It is magical. You heard it here first. Listen to them all. Trust me.
Next song is GNX, the title track.
Title track.
Zitadela.
Dope young features again. Just hit a J3, Young Threat. Like it's not one of my favorite songs off the
Mine
project
either.
personally, but like
But you know what it is? So the way that I like process music,
It
it's like
wasn't bad.
when I find songs that I like, I'm gonna replay the fuck out of those.
Yes.
So by the time I got to that, I already had the shit that when I get an album, you give me about like 3 or 4 songs that I could just replay over and over. I don't need the rest of the album. So it's just more
I'm
so
fine
like
with that.
like
I'm
for
fine with
me,
that.
by the time we got there, it's like, all right, I'm already full. I damn nigga,
not the nigga fool.
like musically I'm full. Like I got my replay shit. I kind of want to go back to this song already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now the last track, which is a special track, Gloria, which is about his wife.
I loved it. I loved it because I want to say Kendrick has been very, very personable, especially on that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album. Okay, he was very, very personable. He's very transparent. He's very open. The fact that one of the things that was talked about in the beef was him allegedly being physically abusive to this woman.
Right.
And we have a beautiful song dedicated to her and how she supported him and how she stood by him. He basically just told all y'all, shut the fuck up about my wife.
And he goes back to that first
keep her
line.
out your mouth.
That first line in the first
Keep
one,
her
what it
out.
say?
Because y'all don't know what this woman has. Y'all don't know. That was beautiful. We've heard him talk about dad. We've heard him talk about his friends. We heard him talk about himself. Now he's talking about wifey.
You better off having one woman. Everything tricky right now.
Yeah.
Like song 1. That was on the first song.
Get your shit together.
He's trying to tell
Essentially,
his cheating homies, fellas, go
y'all
home.
running behind these little these
Go home,
little
fellas.
females.
I'm gonna just tell you from experience.
Go home.
When you got one,
It was beautiful.
when you got one,
Leave them hoes alone, Jesse.
Yo,
Leave
life-
them hoes alone, bruh.
and you doing right by the right one,
Yep.
your life improves so much. Like in just ways that you couldn't even imagine.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, man. Remember-
Yeah, so that's the album. How'd you guys rate it out of 10?
I rate albums based on how many of the tracks I download because I listen to an album, but I don't download all of the songs. I download the ones that I want. I have the majority of this album downloaded. So I'm going to sexily give this like a solid 9.
Well, matter of fact, a better question: what would you rank it in his whole catalog?
In his catalog.
Between where and where?
Let me see. We're talking about albums, not mixtapes, albums.
Albums.
So that's what? Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn,
I'm
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Yep.
I'm not gonna rank it because I just feel like it's just
Top
a
three.
puzzle piece. Like I feel like it's just one big ass album. I feel like we're just getting small pieces of one big ass album.
You know what? I'm actually interested in that theory you said. If he's dropping another one, I don't know if I can rate
I
it
do
yet.
believe he's dropping
I don't
another album.
know.
I
don't know
think
if we got the
Super Bowl
full
would be a great
thing.
time to drop another album. I think he's gonna take the DMX route.
Like, what if he?
Well,
what if he pulls a
and-
Beyonce where she did a Sasha Fierce and then she did a Beyonce album where one was one side and you know.
I think he fed the fans with this one, particularly California, right? Like he gave us the bops, right? Because I remember during the beef, everybody's like, "Oh, we think we about to get the bops from Kendrick, right? Like we about to find." Because when you think of Kendrick, you don't think of a sound.
Yeah, that's safe
Right,
to
like
say.
how most artists they have a sound.
That's
like,
safe to say.
When they move out their sound, they're done. Like you don't even want to, nah, go back to your sound. None of his albums sound the same. Like how they are is all different. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know where.
I don't know
to
yet.
rank. I don't even want to rank it.
If there's more,
be
I
honest.
want to wait to see if there's more. If
But I'm
there's
gonna just
more,
say, I'll just say this: like this is one of those rap albums. If you got the right girl, you can listen to it with her. Like it's like, no, we can play this and we can slap this, and it's like, all right, yeah, this is some. All right, I can actually listen to rap music around you, and it'd be some shit that we both can vibe to.
Which is important. Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
I respect that.
What about you?
For me, it's like my favorites are Good Kid, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Mr. Morale. You know,
Same.
Damn was a big commercial success. You know what I mean, which was cool. It was cool for me, but it wasn't up there for me. So I'll put this like right around. Yeah, it's probably right after Good Kid for me.
It's top 3.
Yeah, it's top 3 easily.
It's top 3.
It's top 3 for me.
Loyalty is my favorite Kendrick song. Like I like commercial music. Like I like.
You look like a commercial.
Yeah, that's
music
fine.
My
ass
favorite
nigga.
Kendrick song I don't think
That's
is on
fine.
an album. To
I'll
be
take
honest
it.
with you.
I'll take it.
I don't think.
That's fine. But like, I just even just to flip what they flipped, because normally like niggas go way back in time to flip a song. They
Yesterday, my
flip like
nigga
24
told me
karat
his
gold.
brother died.
The Bruno Mars song.
Day before
to
that,
make
his
that, like,
homeless uncle was cold outside.
So like that's my favorite Kendrick song. Plus I'm an R&B dude, so it's like it gives me that. All right, it's rap. Like
You look like a
my
R&B ass
my
nigga.
favorite genre of music. My favorite genre of music is the rap R&B blend when the rapper was a rapper, and then they had the R&B art. So that is my favorite genre, and I'm starting to see us actually get back to that. It's going back that way musically.
Okay.
I think my favorite Kendrick song is not on an album or his album, maybe. I think it's on BJ the Chicago Kids album. I think.
My favorite Kendrick song is Polo Man. Smoke good,
Yeah, like
eat
mine
good,
is a
live
mixtape
good.
song.
That's all I want to do. Any final thoughts as far as this album? Final thoughts?
No, but I'm glad we did this though.
Yeah, definitely top 3. Definitely top 3 album for me. For me, it's definitely Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and this album.
Oh.
And that's no shade to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers because we actually went to go see him
Yeah,
live.
I mean, it's amazing.
But
Great
in
project.
terms of just the content, what he talked about, the way he went about it, the fact that he very much gave motherfuckers bops and still dropped mad gems on niggas, like,
And gave niggas memes.
you know what I'm saying? Like this was a very well-rounded, well-produced.
That grandma line is gonna be seen everywhere.
Like-
Just let y'all know.
I'm just saying, this is top 3 for me. For me.
I think that this was his official like moment to like step into that position of like, I am the best of my era, of my generation.
Yep.
I am
Deal
the
with it.
best of my generation. You will
Get
crown
over
me
it.
that now. You know, and I'm not done. I'm not done.
Yeah.
But I'm letting y'all know that I'm done being humble about it. Now I'm gonna move how I wanna move, and I'm gonna say what I need to say, but understand that like y'all can't fuck on me.
Y'all can't touch me.
You can't fuck on me.
This is my game.
Don't ever think you can. And if I say somebody's name, I said their name.
I said what I said.
Like I think now that he's left, he's no longer TDE, and he's now his own man. He's
That
his
right
own,
there is, I think, probably the biggest thing is now because it's PG Lang. Like even on the credit, it's PG Lang
Yeah.
Interscope.
licensed to Interscope.
Yeah.
So I own it. I'm gonna run it through them, but I own it.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's
They're gonna make
mine.
some money off of it. We
But
gonna
it's
get money
mine.
together, but this shit mine.
It belongs
This
to
is
me.
the artist formerly known as Prince era.
Yep.
Saying
So
it. Stand for
K-Dot,
it. If you know anything
we
about that
love
era,
you.
this is his era.
we love you so much.
He's
we
not
appreciate
playing.
you. We appreciate your craft, bro.
He's coming
and
to wreck music.
be prepared, y'all.
And he's setting his own tone. Like this is him stepping out on that.
Yeah.
Like I fight. This is that time of like, yeah, I'm not playing.
I'm
I
done being
got
nice.
a plan that I already set up, and this is the beginning
And I'll say this as a
of my
musician,
run.
this shit had me making music this weekend. Like, no, real shit. Like, it's just like all that energy.
You know how many people gonna drop freestyles to that reincarnated beat?
Yeah. Yeah.
So many freestyles
I'm actually kind of looking
to that
forward
Hey
to
Now
it.
beat.
I hope it's good. I hope they're good. Don't fuck up Kendrick, y'all. Y'all better do right. I said it.
Many-
Nah, but I think he's challenging. I think he's telling niggas to get back to rapping
No,
too. Like
he's-
niggas get back, say something. Like actually say something.
Something that was said on his social media was like he killed the party to resurrect it.
Yeah.
This is his party.
I think
And
that's
we're
it.
all invited.
I think that's
Well,
it.
this has been another episode, surprise episode that
Hey,
you guys
listen,
are getting.
we only gonna do this shit.
Only in certain moments. This
Yeah,
is not
don't
don't
worry.
expect this on a regular time. This is something that like it got something monumental is gonna happen. We're gonna step in.
I
We're
was
gonna
gonna
talk
say, if
about it.
there's a shift in the culture, you better believe we're gonna pop
We're gonna
out.
step in. We're gonna talk about
Okay.
it. You know, but this is also a surprise. So this is gonna be a great episode for y'all. I hope y'all
Yeah.
enjoy it, man. This is a bonus episode for y'all. We
Yeah.
wanted to have y'all something y'all can cook too. You know what I mean? This is holiday season.
Yeah,
So
it's
hope y'all
cold
put this on while y'all
outside.
cooking, man. Hopefully y'all with your family.
It's raining.
But yeah. So
You'll be
I'm your
alright.
good brother Kodak. Behind the lens is my good brother, the Shea Butter God himself,
Cooler than the
VS.
other side of your
And then right
pillow.
next to me,
It's your girl, Mari Mar. You already know I'm here for the tea, honeybee. And it's all right, baby.
y'all be good, man. Till next time.
Bye.
Peace and ease.